here to make homelessness worse in America. That's what the taxpayers are willing to pay for that. But Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer say, oh, we don't want a wall. No, 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 we're not going to spend. Oh, no, no, but all these people come in. How are you housing them, Chuck Schumer? How are you housing them, Nancy Pelosi? Where are they living? Curiosity, just, query. Inquiring minds want to know. So answer up. Mainstream media, where are you? He's a nut. Listen to that guy. Is he talking about homelessness? We're not going to, what do you, it's like, no, that's a non-issue. What are you transmitting? We're not going to transmit images of how the American government treats their own native sons and daughters to Latin American countries and let them know that don't come here because we got no money for our own native sons and daughters. We let them die out in the cold, non-criminals. We'll take care of your murderer rapist. We'll pay $50,000 a year to keep you in jail, give you 3 hots and a cot, and medical, utilities, and rent, and reintegration, and all that. But you gotta earn those 3 hots and a cot. You gotta commit some heinous crime. It's sick. And I'm the nut. I'm the radical guy here. And I get it from all sides too. I mean, with this basic universal income I talk about. Oh, the conservative. Oh my God, he's so liberal. It's not liberal at all. It's freaking fiscally conservative, dude. You're gonna see your taxes plummet. Not paying for dubious warfare, where the good military men can do their own research. This is not a war I want to go to. No, I don't want a part of that one. Let the guys that, care more about making more money and getting rich than conscience go to that one. I'm not going. And then we got 20 guys a day, good, noble, valiant veterans coming back, taking their own lives. What the hell's going on? You tell me what the hell's going on. I'm radical. So you're going to save a lot of money on these dubious wars, on this national debt. How much more tax money are you going to save from that? Okay. The prison industrial complex, the criminal industrial complex, the crime industrial complex. You're going to save tons as crime plummets from a basic universal income. You're going to have a kinder, safer, gentler society. I mean, put a price tag on that. That's what you're going to have. Think of all the benefits. Abortions, going to go through the floor. Very few women are going to abort their babies when they know that their babies are wanted. And then the welfare industrial complex. We don't need social workers. Just send us checks. Send them checks. Nobody has to worry about being laid off from their job. You're going to see freeway on the traffic on the LA freeway in the Bay Area gone overnight. Do you understand? So if a universal basic income is liberal, then call it what you want. All I know is that your taxes will fall dramatically. Okay, so I'm just saying. Oh, but Ted Cruz's plan for sponsoring the border wall, this El Chapo character that we've got in prison that we're paying for, this guy's worth purportedly multi-billions of dollars. He could finance it and still have some billions left over, apparently, from all his cutting heads off and his drug cartel business. So let's use that money. Good for Ted Cruz. Good one, Ted. I love it. Does the mainstream media not a whisper about that idea? Oh, no. Nancy Pelosi doesn't like that idea. They don't want a wall. They want these hordes. They want America to keep getting wrecked up. They want to wreck up the joint as much as they can so it's irreparable. Okay, that's it. They want a third world status in America. They don't want us to be able to go anywhere else. They want it worse everywhere else and make it just as bad here. Just work in lockstep with other nations, keep bringing it down, keep stealing our prosperity. You see how they do it. I've already mentioned the ways they do it. Okay, they've legalized slavery by being deliberately remiss with giving cost of living adjustments to minimum wage workers. That's what they've done. They've legalized slavery. You're permanent resident. There's no hope for you. In California, you're going to be stuck paying rent. You're going to have to get Section 8 housing. When you're older, how are you going to pay your housing costs when you're too old to work and to crack that nut, to reach that bar, to pay that rent bill? What are you going to do? If you couldn't buy a house when you were young and strong and able, what are you going to do now? You see, this thing can only get worse. Okay? It's hopeless for people. So when Gavin Newsom said we need affordable housing in California, absolutely right. Absolutely. That's it. I mean, that's very controversial because there's so many people that understand, hey, if you had affordable housing, I could lose in this equation here. So we need to keep people, dying out in the cold so that people are living under abject fear, terror. They better keep paying those exorbitant rents and mortgages. Otherwise, you know what? I mean, I might be out of business here. So we got to keep them under my thumb, and so. Yeah, these pseudo liberals, they're really exposing themselves by being opposed to border security. Liars. I talked about this rash of drug overdoses here in Chico. It's suspected that fentanyl is responsible. Yeah, what we're undergoing with the mainstream media, they have locked into nuclear uh, information warfare. Okay, is what they've done. Psychological warfare is what they're engaging in. So that's what's going on. It's darkest before the dawn. So keep your chin up. If you're numbered among the meek and righteous that want God's will established on earth, good things are coming to you. Spread the good news. Keep fighting the good fight, folks. You're going to get strengthened from on high. We're going to be helped with a little bit of help, but it's good, sound help. God, the very finger of God is helping us. Why are these politicians still being paid? First, I'd cut Chuck Schumer and Pelosi's pay. Boom, gone, dude. Government shutdown, no pay for you. And furthermore, I'd put every single politician on minimum wage, just, FYI. You better be of the noblest of characters. And you'll see minimum wage start growing then, wouldn't you? Alex Jones, look into what's going on. Ask your IT guys, but maybe it's running that live video stream in the background because I never watch that. That's useless. I mean, it's not even truly live. It's just we call it live. So maybe stop running that in the background. But you got to talk to your video hosting server, your company, whatever, man. Something's going wrong. You got to fix your damn videos, man. Okay, you ask some help from the FCC, somebody. But you're an American, and you got a right, man, to have your material out there. Okay, your free speech is being trampled, and you can't tolerate it, man. So you got to do something tangible. Okay, you got to fix it, man. So that's what I'm saying. Look into it. Something's terribly wrong. Just get the layman that can't be tricked into thinking, oh, everything's working fine here, because it isn't, man. They're crashing your site. They're crashing your videos. They're not letting them play, man. So I'm getting very little information anymore. And I don't like it. I really don't. Even if I totally disagree with InfoWars and Alex Jones, it's still important. It's still important to have his voice out there, man. He's got a right. He's got a right. And Trump, you should pardon Assange, okay? I really believe that. What the hell? He's just a journalist, dude. I mean, come on. He's in trouble with these deep staters that because he was fingering guys like Obama and Hillary, and yeah, I mean that's why he's hated by the deep state. But you got to help get this guy pardoned, man. Yeah, free Julian Assange, please, Donald Trump. Locally here down in the Sacramento area, a beautiful 22-year-old lady cop, Natalie Corona. She is so cute, man. 22 years old. She was murdered. Some nutbag, and then he took his own life. We all saw the national footage of that guy that was run down and killed for $22 worth of gasoline. That's your fault. If you are opposed to a universal basic income, then that sort of thing is your fault. The next time a convenience store clerk gets shot in the face, that's your fault. The next time a woman has an abortion because she's worried about her finances, that's your fault. Anybody opposed to a universal basic income, just remember all the crime, the homicides that are incentivized by financial desperation, it's your fault. Ruminate on that. Yeah, I can hardly bear watching the mainstream media anymore. Just it sickens me. The deception, it's palpable, and the propaganda, the manipulation, the flagrant yet subtle, steady normalization of madness. It just sometimes I can't watch it, but I kind of shove it down my own throat just so I can just see the propaganda in action, how they spin and twist and slant stuff, and keep making mountains out of molehills and molehills out of mountains, man. This teacher strike in LA County, if they were really trying to set an example, I mean, this is good. They're demanding fair pay and all that, but compared to minimum wage workers, they got a whole hell of a lot better deal, early retirement and all that stuff. So um, they should be bringing attention to the minimum wage. I mean, isn't that their concern to educate people? I mean, they talk about how the wealth imbalance keeps growing and how the desperate poverty keeps growing. Don't they care about these things? Don't they care about educating people as to, you know, the value of just people doing regular trades and often unskilled work? I mean, we need these people. What they do for society is imperative to the welfare of society. I got a daughter, a 34-year-old daughter, who is an English teacher down in San Diego, and she started teaching for a what do they call it, one of these oh, what do they call it, it's like a branch. It's not really in the official public school system. It's a charter school that she teaches for. She teaches older people actually how to pass their diploma requirements, so that they can get a high school diploma, a regular high school diploma, not a GED apparently. But yeah, I mean, she's had to hear me her whole life, so she knows I'm a big proponent of justice for everybody, not for just some. So that's what I think. The teachers, well, they've got this megaphone with this strike. They ought to try to educate the public about the need for ethical minimum wage. This Cortez woman that's been elected to Congress, I think it is, Max and Stacy were talking about her on the Kaiser Report, and apparently they're fawning over her. They really like this woman, but Alex Jones thinks she's a racist and all this, so I don't know. I mean, time will tell. I just say give people a chance, and judge them by their fruits later. In the meantime, I just believe in giving everybody a chance, seeing what they'll do. But I haven't heard her say she's ashamed of homelessness in America, and that the immigration thing, we should do things in an orderly fashion, take care of our own native sons and daughters first. Okay, so that's the kind of thing I want to hear from people. If I think they're for real, that's what I'm going to hear. So from Gavin Newsom, at least he talked about affordable housing. He touched on this homeless issue by saying that. And that's very controversial. They'll get him in a lot of hot water with a lot of people, powerful people, that don't want, affordable housing. That's a bad thing. That's an anathema. Okay, for the status quo real estate holders and lenders and all. Affordable, what do you mean? That means I'm going to be able to lend out less money? Affordable, what do you mean? That means as a real estate agent that represents sellers, that I'm going to have to charge less because there's competition. I don't like the sound of that. You understand all the people that are upset about that? Landlords, property management companies don't like the sound of that. Investors, speculators, flippers, I don't like the sound of that. Affordable, what? You understand? Homeowners that see their equity gone up for no reason. They didn't do any improvements. Their house is dilapidated, fallen into the ground. It's a used house, a piece of junk. But yet their equity went, go figure. But they like that. So they don't like the sound of affordable housing. What do you mean? You understand all the people. So what Gavin Newsom did was very bold and very brave. So I'm going to commend you for that. You deserve the accolades I'm giving you right now, Mr. Newsom. And keep it up, brother. I mean, look, maybe you are a good guy. Maybe you're really going to, you really help the whole world, essentially, because California, as goes California, so goes the rest of the nation. And by extension, the rest of the planet, because they're all looking to us for an example. So you could do some huge, great things. I don't know what's going to happen here, but you know that there's some powerful entities, a lot of them, that are opposed to you doing anything with affordable housing that's tangible. I mean, the government, you know how much you could save by taking that Section 8 money that's pouring into California every year and just buying people houses? Let the government own it. After all, who's the only legitimate government? We the people own it. So what? How can that hurt? You understand? It's win-win. So do it, brother. I mean, do it. You might get shot at. I mean, I don't know. But hey, man, you save your soul and you'll be doing beautiful things, be God's servant and a servant, a friend of humanity, and saving, countless lives, and just, you could do great things, man. And God knows where this whole thing goes. But, just fight the good fight, man. If you're a good guy, it's gonna show pretty soon. If you really mean that about affordable housing, that's a big deal, a big controversial deal. So I commend you strongly for that. Thank you.